William James, the American philosopher and psychologist, was actually right when he said, action may not bring happiness, but there is no happiness without action, meaning any type of action may not necessarily lead to absolute happiness and genuine growth and original progress, prosperity, learning, wisdom, knowledge, morality, maturity, etc. But the thing is, without action, there can be no progress, learning, growth, prosperity either. And if there is no growth, prosperity, progress, then there cannot be any kind of emergence or occurrence of happiness, satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment either in our lives. And that's why it becomes fundamentally important and necessarily imperative for all of us that we learn to act under all circumstances and situations. And we basically also have to learn to act with absolute courage, confidence, character, and all of our actions have to be marked by and characterized by our individuality, independence, sovereignty, distinction, and independence of attitude, mind, soul, heart, and action, so that our actions are not led by the others, controlled by societies, or manipulated by organizations, capitalism, bureaucracy, and so that because of our sovereignty and mental attitude and character, confidence and courage and distinction, we just cannot be controlled or dominated by the desire or the yearning for external validation, societal acceptance, public recognition, applause, etc. And we no longer are in need of any kind of possessions, wealth, money, etc. because none of those things can actually lead to proper, meaningful, genuine and authentic happiness and progress and prosperity, learning, growth, etc. So action does not always lead to happiness, but without action there can be no happiness either. If we sit idle, if we dwell in ignorance, and if we continue with our inactivity and inaction, then there is going to be no happiness, progress, prosperity, learning, growth either, but instead we're just going to plunge and sink into the dangers of depression, anxiety, pride, vanity, ego, aggression, arrogance, etc. because of our extending and persisting ignorance. So we basically have to learn to come to the realization of all our ignorance and internal conflicts and learn to overcome them, so that that does not become an obstacle in the achievement of our happiness and in our experience of it. So action leads to happiness in one way or another, but only meaningful, significant, and worthy action